Nearly 200 Venezuelan migrants to the United States are back in their home country after being repatriated last night. This is the first of two flights carrying deportees arrested in the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. It landed in Caracas as part of an agreement with the United States. There's a new piece in the Washington Post highlighting how Venezuelans in the South Florida community of Doral are now fearing deportation. This comes after the Trump administration revoked temporary protected status for some 600,000 Venezuelans. One university professor who fled to the U.S. told the Post, quote, "Today I feel the same way I felt in Venezuela. They're going to come take me somewhere I won't be able to escape from." Sabrina Rodriguez is the national politics reporter who covered this story for the Washington Post. She is also the Duchess of Hialeah, Florida. Sabrina, thank you as always for being with us. You spoke to several Venezuelans who fled the communist dictatorship, who received temporary asylum here in the United States. They're supporters of Donald Trump. They may have not voted for him, but they are vocal supporters who went to rallies and wore the T-shirts, etc. And now they've had their asylum status canceled, and they're afraid that they're going to get deported. What did they share with you?
I mean, Boris, this is a community that you and I know very well. It neighbors our beloved Hialeah, Doral, Florida. It also is the backyard of one of Donald Trump's golf, courses and resorts. A lot of people in this community are taken off guard. I mean, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of outrage right now in Doral, Florida. There's a community that's about 40% roughly from Venezuela, and they supported Trump so vocally, and they didn't think that when he was talking about immigration, when he was talking about, the mass deportations, that he was talking about them. He thought, oh, he's talking about Tren de Aragua. He's talking specifically about, this scary Venezuelan gang that has come, that people are coming into the United States. He's talking about cracking down on criminals, sending them back. A lot of them were very supportive of that, but now they're seeing, oh, wait. We had legal status, we had, work permits, a shield from deportation. We did it the air quotes right way by applying and doing background checks, and now he's gone and revoked that, and where does that leave us? Yeah,
the argument from the Trump administration is that the entire TPS program has been abused and therefore is illegitimate. You also heard from folks that told you that this had strained their family relations. Like, people are very angry at each other within families over this.
Oh, 100%. I mean, while, as you noted, TPS recipients are not U.S. citizens. They cannot vote. Yeah. Many of them, yes, did support Donald Trump. They posted on social media about it. They went to his rallies in South Florida, but they had family members who could vote. And one example was this family I met, this young woman, Andrea. Her husband is a U.S. citizen. He voted for Vice President Kamala Harris, and now he's been sort of taunting her dad, who is a big Trump supporter and TPS recipient, saying, tú querías votar por Donald Trump y ahora te va a votar, saying you wanted to vote for Donald Trump and now he's trying to kick you out of the country. Yeah. So it certainly prompted a lot of lively conversations within families.
Yeah. I can tell you that I've actually had friends reach out to me, supporters of Donald Trump from Hialeah, our hometown, who asked me to connect them with lawmakers in South Florida because in one instance, a young lady's boyfriend has lost TPS, and now she's concerned that he's going to get deported. I wonder, now that they're facing this crisis, if you think the politics of this changes with these folks, because obviously Donald Trump made a lot of inroads with Hispanic voters, most notably perhaps in Miami-Dade County, which flipped to Republicans, flipped red for the first time since like 40 years.
And look, Boris, I think this is a question, though, what are Democrats going to do with this? Are they going to seize this opportunity? I think it's actually been noticeable in the last few weeks that this is happening in South Florida. While I was reporting this, you don't hear very much from Democrats. I mean, of course, the city is now run largely by Republican lawmakers and Republican leadership, but you're not hearing very much from Democrats on this subject. So it does seem to be a missed opportunity. And I will say, in addition to that, I mean, a lot of people are talking, a lot of Harris supporters are looking at these situations saying, well, they voted for this, now they deserve this. And I think that while, yes, of course, there are people frustrated with the outcome of this, there is sort of that question of Donald Trump did talk all the time about the Maduro regime. He did talk about the politics, how he was going to fight socialism, how he was going to be the person to take Maduro out of power. So a lot of people really bought into that belief that, okay, he is the person that understands, the same as, you know, Cubans as well. There are several communities that have been fighting against authoritarian regimes that want to see a change in their home country, and they bought into Trump making that promise. So I think a lot of people are reckoning with, he's been talking about this for years, and now is he actually going to do that? Because it seems like instead he's negotiating to get them to accept deportations.
Right. The generational trauma, as you know, Sabrina, is thick. Sabrina Rodriguez, thank you so much for your reporting. Appreciate it. The Duchess of Hialeah. There is